everybody, welcome back to the Pointless Ryan Show, and we are going to talk about another game review game. And today's game, we're going to talk about Adventure Time's The Secret of the Nameless Kingdom, as you can tell by this box. And so obvious, because I said this almost every video, what is Adventure Time The Secret of the Nameless Kingdom? Well, you degenerates, this game is basically a Zelda game where it's just basically Link to the Past, Link's Awakening type of game, but with Adventure Time and way less dungeons, like way less. But it's also different, but also not different at the same time. And I'm going to tell you why. The game starts off with Finn sleeping in the rain, and he's like, oh man, what happened? I don't know what's happening. Where's Jake? So now we gotta go find Jake. But apparently, we found him kind of because he's talking to us, be like, hey yo, Finn, I can't see, it's dark, come find me. Yeah. One thing I love about this game is that it pretty much makes you feel like you're playing an actual episode from the show, which makes it really fun and how different it is from like a Zelda game, because Zelda basically has the same mechanics, be like go find the go save the princess, go through dungeons, do all that shit. But with this game, you kind of are like, where am I? What am I doing here? And that's the same thing with Finn and Jake. They also don't know why they're here. They also don't know what's happening. So you're kind of just following along with them, and I think it's really fun just to see that because it makes it different. So after realizing that Jake was in Finn's shirt pocket, you are now in the dungeon basement of the castle, and now this is the tutorial part of the game where you're like, okay, now I can do stuff. So it's pretty fun. And then you meet up with Pillow Mint Butler. He is a mint pillow. Okay. And then he tells us about how we're in the Nameless Kingdom, like it's definitely not on the box. Just saying. I feel like we can kind of know that already. So Pillowman Butler tells you about the three princesses, blah blah blah, go save them in the dungeons, and you're off. You're off to the game, which is kind of like a open world-ish linear game, which I kind of enjoyed that because you can go, because that's kind of like a classic Zelda trope back in like Link's Awakening or Link to the Past, where you're kind of just like thrown in and be like, okay, go do the things. But on the map, it tells you which princess you need to go save first, so it makes it more a linear path than an open world path. Like I said earlier, where it's kind of like a Zelda Skin of a game, but like it's not, because it also like feels like you're playing an episode, and also you have the original voice actors and actresses for the actual game itself. Like Finn and Jake are the original voice actors, Ice King is in it, Lumpy Space Princess is in it, like all these amazing people like that voice act the show are actually in the game, which also makes it more like an actual episode, because you're like, oh look, it's Ice King, and then Tom Kenny starts talking, you're like, oh shit. So yeah, that's why I just keep on thinking just how fun this game is and how like cool I always want to like come back and playing, even though it gets hard at times because dungeon crawlers are not that great dungeon crawlers, which kind of sucks. But like but with all the weirdness and the goofiness and the original voice actors, that's what made this game feel like Adventure Time to me, and how I loved the show. In fact, I did watch all 10 seasons. It's just a fun experience to play the game. Okay, before I get into the dungeons, let's talk about the actual world itself. So the world itself is split up to 4 different sections: the center, the east, the west, and the south. So the center is just where you were at the beginning of the game. You kind of go back a little bit just to do little side quests, all that stuff, jazz, whatever. Then you have the the east, where it's like the foresty type, all that jazz, just like whatever. Then you have the west, which is like icy-ish part where it's like, yeah, whatever. Then you have the south, which is like the nightmare fuel part of the world. Actually, honest, I don't know what they're actually called, so that's what I'm gonna call them: center, east, west, south. What I think is really cool about each section is that there's different monsters, like different enemies in each section of the world. So you can go to like the center is kind of like the weak, like all the weak monsters. Then you go to the east, which is like kind of a little hard, still really easy. Then you go to the west, which is getting a little bit harder. You need to like hit them with your sword a couple times. Then you go to the south, which is like, okay, you gotta hit them a lot. You gotta bomb them, and you gotta do a lot of things to them. It's a little annoying at times, and there's a lot of techniques you gotta do to kill some of the monsters. So yeah, it's not that bad. And of course, because it's a Zelda-ish game, you need to have weapons to help you on your fight, your journey. You know, mostly a lot of them is Jake, which is really funny, because you got shield, which is mostly Jake, and then you have a grabber, which kind of just grabs you. Then there's other stuff where I'm kind of forgetting, because it's been quite a few times it's been a hot minute since I played the game, because I've been busy with the script. So, in this video, there are bombs, there's Jake's shield, there's a Jake grabber, there is the banana boomerang. There's a lot of stuff you can do. It's whatever, you know, just so, yeah. And another Zelda trope, there's secrets all over the world. You know, there's hearts, there's side quests, there's, you know, like main mission side quests, there's, caves you can go in. There's Gunthers you can collect, which just gives you loot, and yeah, just normal. Now let's get to the dungeons. First temple you go in is the Song Temple, but before you go in, you need a plastic baggie. Yeah, I am not joking. Before you go in the dungeon, you need a plastic baggie from Choose Goose, so you can collect the bombs and do all that jazz. So that's starting off fun. Well, I'm not going to talk about every dungeon because they're basically the same thing. Just go into a dungeon, do the puzzles, save the princesses, blah, blah, blah. Easy, done that. Like, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste your time on just talking about each dungeon, because there's like barely any differences on each dungeon, so why would I even bother? So after saving Nightmare Princess, oh yeah, the Nameless Kingdom is like a lullaby princess where each princess's names are after like dreams and such, and I don't know why, because whatever. So apparently Nightmare Princess is evil, and she got hotter, and now we gotta stop her from destroying the whole kingdom, because she's gonna rule it and destroy it herself, because she's evil, and that's what evil people do. So now we gotta go back to the castle, which is basically just became the fourth and final dungeon, and it's just all the dungeons into one, and just stop the princess, and now she's the final boss, and now, yeah, we fight her, and we won, and now we have to check on which princess we need to as a kingdom, because that's the rules of princessness. When you defeat a princess in battle, you have to choose which of the three needs to be the princess of the kingdom, who will be the ruler of them all, because yes. Before we actually fight Nightmare Princess, she says that her and her sisters, which are the other princesses, literally dreamed about the kingdom. So I was right about the Link's Awakening. It's a dream. The whole thing is a dream. Not a wet dream, but a really interesting dream. So yeah, now we fight Princess Nightmare, and now after that we beat it. Now the proceeding, yes, that's what they actually called it in the game.
Excellent. Now that our princesses have assembled, we can begin the proceedings.
The proceeding of the princesses now begin, and now Finn has to take over and be like, hey yo, Finn, which princess do you think is right to rule the Nameless Kingdom, Lullaby King, whatever, it's Dream Kingdom, whatever.
Oh, what? You want us to choose the princess?
After the game, I actually had to look this up. There are actually 3 endings in this game, determining on what princess you actually choose. So if you choose Lullaby Princess, apparently it was a dream all along, so basically Link's Awakening, and none of it was real. But if you choose Lullaby Princess, it was a song all along, which is even weirder to say. And you actually get a song, actually. If you choose Nightmare Princess, it's actually, she turns the kingdom into Nightmare Kingdom, and then you realize you made a mistake because PB told Finn that, if you chose Nightmare Princess, then all of Ooh would be, doomed. So, there wasn't really any solution to the ending, so either way, you would be sad that it wasn't real, or sad because you just got the whole, Ooh in danger. And yeah. Well, that was Adventure Time. The secret of the Nameless Kingdom. I've been doing this for a lot of times, and I think that's just gonna be the running joke for the video. But whatever. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit a like and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for sticking with me for 5 years. Like, Jesus. So, yeah, 5 years passed, like, a month ago. So, thank you for 5 years. Thank you for almost 60 subs. Thank you for, staying with me. Thank you for making me do this. Thank you for making me make thank you for helping me knowing what content I enjoy doing, and thank you for sticking around with me. Thank you for everything. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm just sounding dumb and as a broken record. So I'm gonna end this video. Please hit a like, please subscribe, hit the bell, do whatever, and I'll see you all in next video. So, okay, bye.